Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a response video. I just want to put that out there, as a disclaimer, before you start thinking this is a rerun because of the same background or, whatever. This is the response video to a video that a someone with the screen name Timaya put out in regards to the plan for Haiti, and they basically gave their opinion as to what they thought the plan was. As a Haitian American, there were some things that I definitely wanted to clarify, as well as kind of provide some light on. Not trying to argue, not trying to debate, but I just don't think that maybe they thought about all of this when they were making their video. So I thought about it. I'm going to put it in my video. With that being said, so they were making a big deal in regards to money being the thing that is really, really needed right now, that's being asked of for those who are wanting to donate to these organizations. However, the reason why money is really, really important right now is because what people have to understand with situations like this, the needs can vary depending on what area of the disaster they're in. The people that a certain organization or a group is responsible for, also for getting things to and fro, overhead costs. And when I say that, I mean one day there could be a really, really high need for water. Okay, so with that being said, if they get this money, they can make sure they meet that need for water no matter how high it is. Let's just say, for example, there's a group of people out there who send water. What if the water that they send is not enough? Guess what? They need money to go buy more. You understand what I'm saying? Let's just say in another area, a certain group organization is responsible for medications. Well, if you decide you want to send all the Tylenol that you have in your pantry, you and your church members, not knocking nobody, but let's just say they need other types of drugs, other type of medications. They need money to go buy those things. So money just creates a lot more options. It creates a lot more flexibility. Money it can be used for whatever they need at that point in time. Now, these other things that are being donated will be used and can definitely be used, but it's just not the priority at this time. You have, like I said, overhead costs to where these organizations, including the government, needs to get these planes, these ships into this country as fast as possible. They're facing stipulations as far as the ports and the docks, the strips for the airplanes to land. They're facing a situation to where they're all damaged. So they're trying to get them clean. They're trying to get the planes and the ships to get the necessary route, and then they're trying to get this stuff off of these planes and these ships into the hands of people who have the trucks and whatnot, which also need gas to run, things of that nature, and to the hands of those volunteers who are going to be distributing all this stuff that is being sent in. So you have to take into account, obviously, that money, like I said, creates more options. It definitely allows these organizations and the government to do what they need at that point in time. Like I said, it's not knocking everything that everybody's donating. As a representative of the Haitian community, I thank everybody. I really do sincerely thank everyone for whatever they're donating. You're not. It's not exclusive as to what you can do. Anybody can do anything. The littlest things can help. So definitely, don't shy away from helping out the cause just because you feel like you don't have money to give. Give whatever you can. We're just saying that if you have money to give, if you had to choose what you would want to do that first and then see where you can step in later. This tragedy is not going to be over today. It's not going to be over tomorrow. It's not going to be over next week, next month. It's going to take some time. So your help will always be needed. Also, in regards to some of the plans that this particular user laid out, I think it was very unrealistic, and I don't think they're realizing the magnitude of what's going on, as well as the type of country you're dealing with. You're not dealing with a country that has had a stable government. You're not dealing with a country that has a lot of infrastructure as far as buildings and streets and stuff like that set up. Now, it's not completely, desolate. Haiti does not have like not nothing, but they're not on the level of some other countries. So when you start giving out these plans of action, you have to take into account some of the stipulations that prevent certain things from happening a certain way. You're talking about setting up camps as if it were a Walmart. Come to this line and do this, come to this line and do that. You're dealing with people who are in a state of desperation. You have a prison that was built to hold 1,200 that was holding 3,000 that pretty much collapsed, and most of their prisoners escaped. You're dealing with people who can't necessarily govern themselves appropriately because there are some incentives right now to getting free stuff. People can go out there and they can sell it. People can, have an incentive to steal from other people because, they're definitely trying to look out for their family, for themselves, what have you. There's a lot of stipulations that you have to understand that I'm sure the people who are organizing these relief efforts already do understand as to how and why they can't go about it a certain way. Your plan is realistic, maybe see it in an American disaster, but this is definitely not appropriate for a disaster occurring in a third world country that definitely has been faced by major catastrophes in the past. But that's the main thing with that. I definitely want to, thank you for at least being considerate in regards to, they should do this and they should do that. You putting up that video with a plan definitely shows your viewers as well as myself that you do have a heart out to help people, and you definitely are tapping into your compassion for the Haitian people. So I thank you as a representative of the Haitian community. So I hope that this is not, anything to make you upset or anything of that nature. I just want to clarify a few things and hopefully shed a little light on that so that, all of our viewers can, understand what's going on and the magnitude in which all this is occurring. Thank you.